Hello, hello. All right. It's good. Let's move to. All right. We are live. Hi, everyone. I am Walter Snackle Fox. I am an adventure VTuber, gotcha gamer, programmer, and today we are having fun with a hand cam stream. See? And pause. I went to Holiday Matsuri and had a lot of fun there. I went there for a lot of VTuber content, and now I'm showing some of it off. I got a lot of merch, and I got some Christmas gifts from family, and I'll show some of that off too, and tell some stories from both of those. So let's get it started. Holiday Matsuri was a lot of fun. Last year, they had a lot of VTuber content. I went for that, and I went for CEO Taku last year. They did not have CEO Taku this year, but they did have much, much better VTuber content. So I enjoyed it a lot. And to start it off with, one of the first things that I went to go see was Made Mint's Maid Cafe. Mint Fantome is a very, very popular VTuber who does a lot of trips to Japan to see maid cafes in person. And if anybody knows how to run a good maid cafe over here, authentic, fun, it would be her. That girl. Yeah, right there. So she ran a maid cafe virtually. She might have been there in person, but she was there as her VTuber for the maid cafe. So they brought her up on a screen. And as part of the maid cafe experience, you would typically order some food. I got a mint soda float, which is kind of funny because she's a ghost. So she's a ghost maid. So floating, and her name is Mint. So a lot of mint flavors. So a float makes is funny because she's a ghost and it's floating. Anyway, I got this piece of merch there from her, and she also had some other cute merch or some other cute art and stuff that they just gave you for free. I collect charms, which will be obvious as you see all the other merch that I got this at Holimat. So this one was a very special charm because it was a unique event, and it sold out extremely quickly, like in 15 minutes or something, they said. So I was very lucky to get in. I was very aggressive clicking those buttons to get through the checkout process, and I was a little concerned it wouldn't work because you had to like reserve through a restaurant in like California or something. But it was her restaurant just with an address over there or something like that. And the times that it gave you, like 2 o'clock, I set up. That my phone thought that it should translate 2 o'clock to 5 p.m. based on time zone differences. Anyway, it all worked out. I got there and I got the charm. And I'll show you the other stuff. So, I guess this was the Maid Cafe's 5th anniversary. So you could get Howries, I think they're called, for the Maid Cafe. You could get a Checky case, which includes a free Checky, which is it's a Polaroid that they take, and then the VTuber autographs. So I did not get that, but somebody else next to me tried to, I think. And I think she was signing them there, but you couldn't see her sign it in person. They deliver it to you later. There is some of the food. The stuff on the left is the normal food that you can get, like classic lemonade, Starbucks mocha coffee, raspberry sweet tea, sparkling water, strawberry soda float, or melon soda float. And you can get that in a souvenir cup. And you can get some of these light bites, such as salad, chicken Alfredo pasta, or a turkey pinwheel. I was not doing any of those because I'm gluten-free, and I was a little bit worried that any of those would not be gluten-free, even the salad if it has croutons. And I didn't expect them to, like, remove the croutons safely or whatever. Now, because this is Minto, she had 2 special items. The, I guess, Boonilla Bear Parfait. And it was adorable. Some other people got it. Now, let me change. You can see it better. So, there's the parfaits. There's the food items. And there are the special food items from Mint. And there's the artwork again that I got on the charm. And there is a explanation of the Checky. This is a Japanese idol thing where they take Polaroids and you can get it with her standee essentially, but then she signs it. So she didn't have to come up on screen for every Checky. The unique part is, excuse me, that you can get it signed. Now, you can get her on screen and a photo with her at a meet and greet, which I did. And then unique merchandise, you can get the bag. You can get the coaster, I think. And then what I got was the keychain, which I really like. I did not want the badge. Badges don't last very long. I don't want a sticker. And the print is okay, but I did not want that either. I wanted the keychain. And that was the most expensive item there. Let's see what's on the back. This is general Dreamland Cafe stuff, and I was cool with just getting the Minto stuff, which is what I was there for. But the Howry is cool, which is the they call it a happy coat, I think. It's a... Actually, this doesn't look like a Howry. This does look different. But you can wear this over your other clothing as a signature thing. So, we did get a print for free. We got a coaster. This was just given out as a tiny print, so you could like color that in. And we got a placemat, which you could also color on, and they had crayons provided. So that was all pretty fun. Give me a sec and I'll put this away. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Then I made my way, or before that, I checked out the. Get that off. Before that, I checked out the Honkai Star Rail booth, which was just a vendor place. And okay, it wasn't VTubers, but their merch is super cool and incredibly popular, and they run out. So everybody rushes to that first thing as they're one of the premium vendors. And they had a buy three charms and get a $30 item for about $50. And that's like $10 to $15 cheaper than if you were buying those individually. And the $30 items were pretty cool. So the $30 item I got was a Kafka figurine. Oop. There she is. Kafka is there, not in her signature dress, but in like a cocktail outfit. And she is an incredibly popular character as one of the Stellaron hunters and one of the foremost, like, the face of them in the group. And it's an adorable figure. So I was happy to get that. I like Honkai Star Rail merch, and I like figures, especially the small, cute ones. And then, charm number 1. I love anything related to Firefly, another Stellaron hunter, but she is the, like, cute, actual, like, GFE character of the group, whereas Kafka fluctuates between GFE and mommy. Firefly just wants to be held and cuddled and to be a real girl. Meanwhile, she's forever trapped inside of a robot born to battle, and her struggle between those two is a big part of her story. Anyway, I already have a Firefly charm, but I got another. The other one is the type that has the glitter that falls down. That's really cool, but I can always use more Firefly. And then I don't have anything for Fugue, so I got a Fugue ticket charm. So it's made to look like, I guess, the ticket to get on a train. See, has her name down here. You can tear that off, theoretically, if this was a real ticket. But I love Fugue, Fox Girls, my thing, and part of my Firefly team. So it's great all around. So I got those 2 charms, and then I asked for a Hua cat ear charm. And she's a fox girl, and I thought it looked cute. But they slightly messed up, and they gave me a full Hua standee, which I haven't assembled yet because I was busy. But let me see if I can. So she sits on the standee, and then she has this little ghost thing stand beside her, and it's really cute. And normally she doesn't have, like, she's not holding these cat things, and that cat thing is supposed to look like her tail, whom she calls Tail. He's got that smug look on his face. So anyway, really cute. I just asked for the charm, and they accidentally gave me this. I could have gone back and corrected things, but their line was so long, even if I wanted to, I wasn't going to bother them. So I'll put these things away, and then I'll move on to some other merch and stories. Let me see. On. Might as well get to some photos. All right. So another part of the experience of holiday matsuri is meet and greets. And I one of the meet and greets that I got to go to earliest while I was waiting for other stuff was the lovely Nene Amano. That is me in my Walter Snackle Fox cosplay, by the way. My ears were constantly falling off. I think I might have gotten them brushed up or held up, by the way, by that point, but I'm not sure. Anyway, she is always lovely to meet. I love her game reviews because she's so silly and she has a fantastic like accent, not a very normal voice, a very lovely voice. And but when she's reviewing games, she gets so salty at games that she hates, games that just were so bad, and she played them anyway. Oh, hey there, Thunder Dragon Reel. What's going on? Did you call me noob? Did you call me noob? What's going on? We are having fun here talking about holiday matsuri and my Christmas stuff and a bunch of merch and gifts that I got. What's going on? So this over here, Nene Amano. I do watch her a bit. She's very lovely. I do recommend her. Mostly she streams on YouTube. And then all right, there I was going up to Iron Mouse. That is a Kiriko cosplayer in front of me. There I am going up. And here I'm actually posing for her. There my hair is not properly pulled back. I did end up getting bobby pins for that later, but and worked out pretty well. But Iron Mouse is lovely. I went to her panel just before that, and she was just meeting and greeting everybody, and she just wanted everybody to feel happy. So I was happy to see her feel happy, and she was wearing an absolutely gorgeous outfit with this new VTuber model. And then later on, I met Devi DeVoe of CS at the CS booth, and she is part of the CS group, which I'm a big fan of. I see them at a lot of different conventions, especially CEO. They made a special effort to come out there and say hi to people who were not VTuber fans, but they wanted to show people who they were. People who were probably interested in anime because they were interested in fighting games. There's a lot of crossover, and they were just showing people who they were. Devi is a ringmaster VTuber, and she's kind of a cursed one because she just put on this outfit and then she became the ringmaster. She was cursed to become the ringmaster, and she has some pretty wild streams. She definitely has a lot of talent. She will stream mostly on YouTube. Highly recommend her. Really, I highly recommend most of the people who I met but some of them I was just going up to meet for the first time. I have been watching Devi for a few weeks at least after she debuted, maybe a month. And you can see her standee right beside her. She has an absolutely gorgeous, sexy model in person or in live when you see her full body. Not yet. All right. So we'll talk about some more merch stuff. I went there the second day with my bestie Zeus Pegasus, who is another VTuber who does more of a pony persona, like My Little Pony. That's where he came from. Crosses over a lot more with the furry community than I do. And while we're there, I got a lot more merch. I got some charms. So there is Gigi Murrin, and I picked up her with Izuna, and I believe that this is Wakamo. I don't play a lot of Blue Archive. I'm a gacha gamer, but Blue Archive just is a different type of gacha game from what I usually play. I stayed away from it. Tends to be, I think, a little bit more sexy or something. I think I tried it out originally, but I don't follow up on every gacha game. Anyway, I got a buy two get one free. And so I got this for the Izuna, who just had her birthday, and she has a lovely fox girl design that I see everywhere, and I wanted some more of her. And they were like, oh, Wakamo, very similar, absolutely gorgeous as well, both very cute. And I was like, I can get another one out of the selection that they had. I like the Gigi Murrin one, and every time Gigi Murrin pops up in a clip, it is absolutely hilarious. She's with Holimat English in their new Advent group, and they've been going for a while, and Gigi is chaos incarnate. So I was happy to get those 3 charms, and those all go on my bag so people can see them at conventions. And then we had, while I was there with him, I got another 2 charms. So there was a buy 2 charms, get a small print free from their gacha. And they were offering prints from Honkai Star Rail and Genshin. I chose Genshin, and I forgot it to pull out that print, but maybe I can show it later if people are interested. Anyway, I really liked that they had a big, gorgeous looking Bowsette charm, because I love Bowsette, and I wanted her on my bag. I think I do have her on my bag, but not as nice a looking one as this. And then if you flip her over, it's dark skin. And both of them look really cool. So I thought that was really cool. I wanted Bowsette. So then I was like, okay, what other charm am I going to get from them to make it a deal? And I got Varessa. And she has been one of my absolutely favorite characters from Genshin for the past few months after I got her. I originally wasn't going to get her. I was very cautious. And then I played her in game, and she was the most adorable, and I had to get her. And she definitely lived up to the hype in terms of my teams. I've been using her constantly, and I had no regrets. So she's fantastic. And the other side of her looks pretty normal. She is not double-sided like the other one is. Lastly, somebody had these cool charms. Let me pull this out. So, this is, hey there, Blood Archer, haha, appears from behind. I'm doing a special hand cam stream today to talk about my Christmas vacation and recent convention experiences. So speak up if you want to see anything or hear about anything. I have talked about some merch already, including some stuff I got for Honkai Star Rail. So maybe I'll bring that stuff up again, quickly at least. But I got, this is Jam Crowder Berry. And she's from a fighting game. She's from Guilty Gear. And the gimmick here is that they would put their signature move onto the charm with the input. And it's cool because, hey, you got to see, like, hey, what makes that character? Jam is a kick character. Yes, Guilty Gear. I'm a Guilty Gear fan. Do you know Jam? She was last seen in Xrd, and her signature move is a kick. You can do this kick, which is the chi kick. She has a fireball kick where she jumps higher and swings down like an axe kick. And then she has kind of a dragon punch kick, multi-hit shooting upward. Depending on the game, you can combo the kicks together, or you can do multiple kicks. In every game that she's in, you can charge up the kicks. And she also tends to have a puffball move with a lot of like Rekka options. So if Bridget, okay. I mean, you say that, my mod's gonna be super happy. That's one of their favorites. So I do not have any Bridget merch on me, but Tailsplash might have stuff. Here, give me a second, and I'll pull out the Honkai Star Rail stuff. Hey. I'm not saying I don't love Bridget. I'm just saying that I have my own honeys. Like, my number one girl in all of Guilty Gear is Jacko. I don't play her in Strive. I play mostly Sin. I used to play a bit of Soul Bad Guy. I used to play a bit of Giovanna. I love Giovanna. Dizzy is really cute. I love her. Probably not gonna play her. Apparently she's really bad right now. But there were rumors a while back that we were getting Jam. So I was like, all right, if Jam comes back, that'd be super hype. I'm gonna get her pin or her charm. So I got another Fugue charm, or my first Fugue charm. I got another Firefly charm. I have one of the ones with glitter in it, which is really cool, but I can always use more Firefly. And they were supposed to give me a Hua Hua charm, and they ended up giving me an entire standee. Their line, yes, we will conquer the universe with our love. So they were supposed to give me a Hua Hua cat charm. You can see she's holding the cat thing. There is a cat version, I think, or maybe fox cat or something version of tail right there. And I have to assemble it. It's going to be quick, but they gave me this instead of a charm. And I was like, your line is too long. I'm not going to correct this. I have no reason to. Thank you very much. And I quickly made my way onto other stuff. But I was happy. And to go with that, I also got Cocktail Dress Kafka. This is a little figurine, not a charm. The deal was you got 3 charms and a $30 item. And then you also got a light item as just a add-on. So the light item was a sticker. So there's Cypher. I think she's eating her tail. I need to figure that out. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to know. But it's a cute sticker. So that was what I got. Yes, Cypher. Okay, we made peace. So that was what I got from the Honkai Star Rail booth. I don't know if you play Blue Archive, but I got these two charms. I do not play Blue Archive. They are just really cool characters. Sure, I mean, let me see. Best Amphoreous Girl. Who is she up against? Or do you consider Evernight to be an Amphoreous Girl? Because that's a lot of competition. I still might take Cypher. Really, I'll still take Cypher, but okay. I just got the Dahlia. She is not an Amphoreous Girl. Okay. But it depends on how you count the, like, she did become one of the Flame Chasers. She did become one of the she did get one of the whatever god's powers. Yeah. Sorry. Not gonna reveal how that happens. Anyway, both Fox Girls. Yeah. So, I'll move on to some other stuff. Do you like Bowsette or Varessa? I got charms for them. I don't know if you saw that. So, you see that you saw the Varessa. Okay. So, Bowsette. And then if you flip her over, you see Dark Skin Bowsette. And I saw that, and that was the best Bowsette charm I've ever seen. So I had to get it. Yep. I love her. Varessa is one of my... so adorable, so friendly. I love her. I was originally not going to get her in Genshin, and then she just won over my heart instantly, and I was pulling, and I've been super happy. Did you care about the VTuber Maid Cafe stuff? I talked about that earlier. Not really. Okay, that makes sense. Here, let me talk about some more of the meet and greets. So CS right here. This is Devi DeVoe. I love meeting all of the CS girls whenever I come. At the CS station, you get a lot more time for a meet and greet than a regular one because they help run the event and they have their own station here. That is Nyanko Panko Tanko. You don't know who Devi DeVoe is? Yeah, I don't expect people to. All of CS is kind of new or not super popular, but they're very friendly. Devi DeVoe is a Ringmaster VTuber and kind of like a crazy one. She's like possessed or something into that. Excuse me. And that's what her standee looks like next to her. No. She is the only circus themed one there. They all have kind of like a... I don't know the overall theme. Bowie is an otter. Mila is a bird, and she was a moth. That was kind of Gen 1. And then Gen 2, Luna is kind of like a ninja. Devi is a ringmaster. So maybe 2 is like professions, like different like jobs and stuff, whereas Gen 1 was like animals. I'm not entirely sure. And they had Lumi there as an art piece, but I never met her. And Lumi's new. I don't know who she is yet, but that's like the third member of Gen 2. So this is Nyanko Panko Tanko. She is a bestie of Saint Cisco, who I am friends with as part of VTuber groups. I am in Saint Cisco's stream 1 or 2 nights a week, probably. And Yanko Panko Tanko is in there a lot. The great NPT. I do not watch a lot of her streams, but she is very, very friendly. So I wanted to see her. Nico Ali Anime runs kind of their own meet and greet stations, and they tend to focus on smaller VTubers. Most people aren't going to know Nyanko Panko Tango. A bit more might know Saint Cisco because she has a broad social media reach, even though she only gets like a medium amount of subscribers. Like, not a gigantic amount, not a super amount. And Saint Cisco was not there. I need to get on her to, like, do virtual meet and greets. These would be cool. Oh, before that, I met Iron Mouse. You do know who Iron Mouse is, I'm assuming. I had to win the lottery for Iron Mouse and for meeting Mint, and I did. Waiting in line for them both took a little bit over an hour. So I was sitting around for that, just watching stuff around me, playing games on my phone. But they're both worth it to meet because it's hard to get to see them. I picked up 2 CDs there. These are ones that I had at home. Yes, I met Iron Mouse. You don't have long to meet them because they have such a long line. You get to say a few lines of greeting, you get to say hi to each other, you get to take a picture, and then you move on. But I did get to meet Iron Mouse and Mint, and it was good. It's nicer with the CS girls, they're smaller. It's nicer with some of the other ones who are smaller because the lines are shorter and they let you have a little bit more time. But with Iron Mouse and Mint, it is like you've got a minute, and they're doing the things on the eyes, and they like point at their eyes, and they point at you. They know what you're doing. Hey, your time. You've got 10 more seconds. Take that picture and move it, or else we're not going to get through everyone. So here, these are the ones I got last year. This year I picked up Jealousy from X Japan, and they ran out of Blue Blood, but I picked up a Miyavi album. Maybe I'll show those later. There I am with Mila Marlenka of CS. She's their Bird Girl VTuber. She plays mostly MMOs. And there she was doing a game where you spin 3 times and then you get to do the event. Not the Fox Girl. This is, let me see. All right. This is Miyavi with a V. And he plays a very wild style of guitar music, a little bit of metal, but a little bit of like, hey, he just hits everything. A lot of like percussion with the instrument, a lot of, yeah, yeah. So look him up if you want to hear very interesting music, extremely popular, both in America and Japan as far as like J-pop goes, J-rock goes. He's very cool. And then after Mila, oh, Mila did a follow up stream that I caught part of. I missed some of it, but she was telling stories. She did tell the story about the spinning. I did a spin everywhere from different from everyone else. Everyone else spun in a circle. I used my hand as if I was spinning the dial on the screen, and then she would do a spin like a random number to figure out which one it actually got behind the scenes. I forget which one I got. She was joking around that a bunch of people got described their socks, and somebody was describing their socks as like plain white, and they were so confident of it. And then she tells them, I can see you with my camera, right? And then they looked down and they were like wearing black thigh highs that were obviously not white crew socks, and they got a little embarrassed. They had changed them at the last moment. That was pretty funny. Uh she's fun. I do not watch enough of her streams, but it's mostly like Final Fantasy 14. She plays a few others. I plan to watch a few of hers in the new year. So here I am meeting with Mint Fantome, and I'm wearing a uh, Darling Straub Howery that I got this year from Uwu Market as a somebody gave me some Uwu Market like uh store credit as a giveaway. One of the very few times I win a giveaway, but I was pretty happy. It's an adorable Howery. And I also got that scarf there. That scarf has like foxtails on it and foxes. Maybe I'll pull it out to show. That was pretty happy to get that. I don't wear a lot of scarves except to conventions, but that one is very different from the Luna one I have. And of course, that's Mint in the screen. And there I am posing with her. She's adorable. Again, you don't get a lot of time to talk with the big time VTubers, and both she and Iron Mouse were considered big time here. But it was fun. So happy. All right. This is a special one. I did not know who Rocky Kazuki was when I got there. I saw a few people with her merch on. So I asked around, who is she? And I looked her up and I was like, oh, she's so cute. So her line was getting short and I went up to her and yeah, Rakikazuki. Let me type it in. She does a lot of. I think I typed it incorrectly. She does. Oh, okay. They'd auto corrected you from Rocky to Rocky. She is, of course, a raccoon girl, and the face that she has constantly, the smile, the whiskers, is the most adorable thing. They were doing standee auctions. You saw the Devi standee earlier, the Mila standee earlier. Every VTuber there from CS and the Virtual Express had a standee. So there were something like 40 standees there, something like that. All of them got auctioned off. I think all of it went to charity. This girl had like double or triple the highest bid for a standee there. Hers went for 700. It had one guy bidding on it. Just one guy goes for 700. Her fans are obsessed, and I love it. And she does mostly singing. She was making Christmas cookies over the break, decorated around things she liked and things her fans liked. It was super adorable. I also subbed to her, like, hey, I joined her membership over Christmas. I'm a little obsessed too. She's adorable. This is Sayu Synchronicity. She is a gacha VTuber, and she is friends with a lot of the VTubers and has been fighting desperately to win her audience after drama that was not her fault years ago. But I follow her, but she comes on stream right about as I go to bed because she lives in California and she streams late. So I hardly ever get to see her except if she does a very odd early stream. But she is a treasure. She is very funny. And I went up to see her last year, and she actually plays one of my favorite games, Reverse 1999 some. Her and Juna Unagi. So I made sure to hype it up for both of them, tell them that it's appreciated. That's Sayu. Picture. Here I am with Bowie, the otter girl on the right, and Luna Mooney, the bear ninja girl on the left. They joke around that Luna is a little. Yes, I got a picture with Juna. Yes, she bought her. She got her. She got her license from Chroma, so now she just streams independently as Juna. I don't know how active she is. I haven't directly followed her that much, but she is still alive and she was at this event. Yes. She got her license. She got her license from them and her model and everything. I do follow Rin, but if I have a brave bestie coming out of that, it's Menace, and after Menace, it's Cersei. I love them both. I do like Juna. It's Piper is also just debuted, and Piper, was Kai. Not Kai Sinat. She was the Dragon Girl. But it's Piper is like a schoolgirl. So if you like the former Brave idol group, there's a bunch of them out there. Menace, Juna Inagi, Rin Penrose is left, and it's Piper. Maybe there's one or two others. All right. But that is Bowie is also a favorite of Zeus, who I was there with, and that's Luna beside her. This is Paranorma. I said to her that I was going to be there. I do follow her, but it's hard to actually watch her because she is from like New Zealand, and I was watching somebody else's New Zealand streams afterward, Platinum Huntress, and they were like, oh yeah, Paranorma was there, and I was like, I saw Paranorma and I said hi, and they both have fantastic accents if you like that, like the Australian, the Kiwi, similar enough. If you like that, they're great. And I do love her model, a little punk or something, I guess. Great voice. I was happy to see her. Do not get to watch many of her streams because, of course, she's from New Zealand. I took this picture for. I think you usually play Europe for your gacha, but I don't actually remember where you're from. I took this picture for Tailsplash, Australia. Oh, Oh, okay. So maybe you should follow Platinum Huntress, who and Paranorma, and hey, if you want to follow like some of my Australia favorites like Renzoto or Maria Marionette from Niji Sanji. Hey, I love them. I just don't get to watch them. No, I mean, I showed them this picture. They love their Mihiro McQueen. So this is just a Mihiro McQueen obsessed little stroller that they were rolling around, and I loved it. So we had a lot of fun with that. Here I am with Chio Muberi, another part of the CS group. She is a moth VTuber, part of that group of like Animal Girl themes. I don't remember what she streams a lot. You can't get me. My beard will defend me. All right. Do you recognize this one, Blood Archer? Do you recognize Juna? Yeah. Say hi to Juna. Anyway, that's the end of the photos from the event. This is her model that I've always seen, I think. I don't know what her old one looks like. I haven't ever followed her that closely, but I was going to look back for her Reverse 1999 streams. I only found one of them, which was the one I remembered seeing in person, where she co-streamed with Kai. And she said that she had streamed it previously. Before that, I was just never able to find it. All right. Besides that, on Friday, we got to see a VTuber concert. Oh, on Friday, I got to see a VTuber Christmas concert. Pia Pia started up. She is a Slime Girl VTuber, and she rewrote all of the songs with sussy versions, VTuber references. The ones I remember, Walking Around Winter Wonderland was replaced with Walking Around in Women's Underwear. And I thought that was hilarious. And it got way more sussy than that. And then she did a fun version of 12 Days of Christmas. A lot of good references. Wasn't nearly as sussy. I didn't know if I could handle any more of that. And then she did a couple others. And then she went over to Iyasa, who I didn't know that well. And then she went over to Juna Inagi. Juna had a concert there, and she's always great. And then it ended off with Ashton Martin, who I don't know that well, but Captain Juleby, the cosplayer, is like a Ashton Martin super fan, and she was talking all about Ashton Martin for like the whole year and showing off her pictures. So I was like, I finally get to see the girl, and she was super happy to be there and to do her karaoke, and she was fun too. Only Pia Pia, the slime girl, was doing the actual sussy versions, and she did a normal concert along with the rest of her group, the Beasties, the next day. So on Saturday, Zeus and I went to a regular VTuber concert with a lot. Both of them have had a lot of like light stick waving and stuff. The Maid Cafe had a lot of that as well. But we went to the VTuber concert, a lot of light stick waving, Nana Stereo went up. I've heard her a few times before. They had a couple of Japanese only VTubers do songs. The Beasties did a song, and I had to leave before I heard Mint and Iron Mouse because we were due for some other stuff. Actually, I won a raffle. I'll go get the raffle item. So, at the Japanime booth, which is a company which produces and licenses anime and Japanese themed board games, I bought a bunch of Oshi Push stuff. This is Oshi Push, and this is a TCG, which I normally do not touch with a 10-foot pole, but it's Phase Connect. It's VTuber. So I was supporting this game as much as I could, and this, along with a Shipkin Shippa or Shipkin Pippa playmat, I got 2 raffle tickets, $60 if you spend more than $60, and I did so that twice. You get a item. So I got that, and I got this in the raffle. I haven't tried it out yet. I do play a lot of board games. I don't know anything about this one. Really, I don't know much about Fairy Tail, but I might try it out with Zeus. After the VTuber concert and the raffle, we went to see a Cowboy Bebop live concert with a big band playing the music of Cowboy Bebop, starting off with the main song. And it was glorious. Zeus, who knows a bit more about music, was commenting on the virtuoso saxophone performance and how incredible that was. This guy is like top tier professional musician performing in front of us. And his old buddy from college was apparently on the trombone. Like the lead guy of the band was playing the trombone, and it was one of the guys that he knew from college, from band stuff. So that was pretty cool. We couldn't stay for the whole concert. I didn't know how cool it was going to be when we went in. One of our buddies needed to get out, get food, and go home before the concert ended. So we watched as much as we could, and hopefully we'll be able to see them again in the future. Let me see. That was all of the merch besides the scarf and the 2 CDs. I wanted to open up these packs. Show off some Oshi Push stuff. Actually, I'll do Christmas stuff first. I don't have that much I want to show off for Christmas stuff. So, I went home, saw my parents. We had a lot of great Christmas food. My parents do a smorgasbord style Christmas Eve where we have like finger foods and hors d'oeuvres. Some normal foods, but we take them in small portions. Lots of things like fish, Swedish meatballs, some like salads, like broccoli salad, a lot of cheese and crackers and stuff on crackers. So that was kind of our Christmas dinner. And you eat it slowly because it's finger foods. Also, a lot of shrimp. We like shrimp. So, seafood in general, and then the meatballs, and then other little things besides that. Normally, I think we'd also have like olives and mushrooms. Oh, mom stuffed mushrooms. Those are really good. So, that was Christmas Eve. We watched a lot of movies. We watched like the Christmas Chronicles 2 with Kurt Russell. We saw the first one a few years ago. What's the story? What's the story? I'll tell a little bit more as you write it out. We saw the Christmas Chronicles 1 a few years ago. I have a Xbox SX. Is that Xbox something? Disk drive Xbox Series, okay. And which Series X? Okay. Is that the newest one? I am not caught up enough on Xbox to really know. I know the PlayStation ones are easier to follow. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. Did it start playing like Metallica or something? Def Leppard? Hi there, Dragon Mystery. Welcome in. We're doing a special stream where we talk about merch from like different stuff I went to, holiday Matsuri, my Christmas vacation. So if you want to know about Mince Maid Cafe, if you want to know about my gotcha charms, if you want to know about Fox Girls, I can bring back some of that stuff if you want to see. Yes, I figured that out. I was like, would it do something cursed, like all the rumors? Or would it just be like, so what happens if the disc is in upside down? Does it hurt the disc? And which disc was it? You've always claimed to be gentle when nomming my tail, Dragon Mystery. As long as you're gentle, you're welcome in. And as long as you say it tastes good, okay? Yes, you have permission. Okay. So is that the story? Is there more? And which disc was it? Okay. Tekken 8. You just got it. Okay. Well, tell me what you think. That is... Tekken is one of Tailsplash's favorite series. People have not been as hype about Tekken 8 as they have been about the previous ones for the past 2 years, I think. Before that, they really loved it, and then some balance changes, and people started realizing that the game is just way too aggressive compared to previous Tekkens, and people are saying previous Tekkens before that had been just as aggressive, but people were really liking the kind of feel of 7, but they wanted it a little bit more professional, and it was getting kind of stale. And also the balance of 7 was all over the place, but not as bad as 8's been recently. And tell me your characters and stuff too. Do you have anybody you like? I mostly played Dragunov. I also liked characters like Asuka and Alicia. Played them a bit, had fun with them, but Dragunov was my guy. Okay, well, feel free to tell me later on, and feel free to poke Tailsplash with Tekken 8 stuff. How are you doing, Dragon Mystery? Did you have a nice Christmas? And Blood Archer too. Did you have a nice Christmas? So, I asked for some anime. These ones were on discount on Amazon, so I was pretty happy to get Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, Seasons 1 and 2. Have to watch through that. I've seen through a lot of them. but I don't know if I saw through all of them consistently. Probably saw through one. Oh, so you were bored because you can't work during Christmas. Could you even play games and stuff? I guess there's only so much gacha you can play. I also got Made in Abyss. I have season 1. This is season 2. Dragon Mystery literally becomes like a charm on my bag. You're a workaholic. Okay. I am not. But hopefully they reward you for it. And then so after Christmas Eve, we all get a special gift. You're a tail charm. Yeah, that's what I figure. Like, hey, maybe you're not on my bag, maybe you're on my tail, but it works the same. Like, here's a charm from my bag that I got at the event. That's Jam Colorado Berry from Guilty Gear. Blood Archer and I were talking about Guilty Gear earlier. This is a Christmas ornament that I got for the one Christmas Eve gift we get. When I was growing up, we would run ribbons around the table, and you had to follow the ribbon to find your present, and you take turns. So usually you'd want the kids to go first so they'd have the most fun finding their present. I'm now a lot older than being a kid, and we only had 3 people at Christmas this year because the grandparents aren't around and my brother was away. So no sense running the ribbons around with only 3 presents out there. But this is what I got. This is a Christmas ornament. A little bit big maybe for most of my Christmas ornaments, but maybe it'll work out. And it's a fox. And this is the way it hangs up. So I will put that on the tree and take pictures for my parents later, but I just got home. And yes, shout that out. I'm cool with it. Bridget has been well loved for a long time, and they're getting as much love now as they ever have. And boy, is their moveset look like a lot of fun. They're considered top tier every once in a while, and the yo-yo stuff looks amazing. So that's my fox ornament. I also listened to this band, Sixpence None the Richer. I saw them in concert last year around Christmas. So I noticed after I looked at them, they had a CD that I did not have yet. So I ordered it, or I had mom and dad pick it up for me for Christmas as a gift. This was a fun gift. This is a book for mayhem. Basically, directions on how to build all of the best toys from basic materials, potato cannons, rockets, I don't know what that is, or paper mache rocket, paper match rockets, kites, Cincinnati fire kites, tennis ball mortars, and more dynamite devices. I have not really looked through it yet, but my dad and I were both having a laugh at this, remembering some backyard ballistics that we had built when I was a kid. They were a lot of fun. I was like, I remember those days. I want to look through what this book has to offer. Maybe we'll catch that on video for more Snackle Fox content. Maybe we'll read through some of it on stream. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that. This was my biggest gift. It comes in kind of like a shipping box. Not really impressive, but this is a kit to build something like a marble track. And you put marbles down it, and as they go, it lights up different parts of it, parts move. It just looked really cool. I wanted a building project like Lego stuff, like I would build as a kid, and I like that this thing could move, and I don't quite know what it's gonna be like, but it looks like a lot of fun. And I really have always loved marble tracks. Like anything where it can roll down, move pieces, activate things, just really fascinate me. So I'm looking forward to putting this together. Maybe if I can figure it out, another hand cam stream. What's up there, Dragon Mystery? Asking about Bridget. Do you know any Guilty Gear? Do you know who Bridget is? Ah, no, you're thinking. That's fine. That's fine. I think right now. Oh, I one more story. Oh, I'll tell that as I go through the. Maybe as I go through the packs. Let me get some stuff to open up those. To open up some card packs. Ugh. All right. So, I have starter content for Oshi Push Phase Connect. You have cards like Killer Hands. Let me see. This is featuring. I don't know how easy it is to tell. These are all Phase Connect VTubers. That might be Jelly. This is a potion. Not sure what that's a reference to. I might have to look up the lore on these sometime. Play only if your persona is Shisui Michiru. I think she's one of their Japanese only ones. That's Uruka, looking a lot more cute than she normally does. Leah, internet historian. Pippa, Leah, looking a lot more normal. More Pippa with a gun. Don't know this one. Yeah, I need to understand the lore between these cards. I bet I can look it up somewhere. Adpocalypse. That's Chisaka Airi, I think. I like her. Or at least, I like her look. Uruka. A bunch of them. Christmas special. Halloween special. I bet the Dragon Girl is Japanese only. Uruka. Don't know her. Is that Pippa? Probably not. I do not know the Dragon Girl. I think she's Japanese only. Oh, you can't. Oh, here. I'll get over. Yeah, yeah. All right. So a lot of these I don't know because they're like Japanese and first gen, and the reflection. Maybe that works better. Here, this so can't. So there's 4 of them. I don't know the Japanese ones as much. I'll pull out some ones that I really like then. So here is Uruka, who is the bear girl. She's supposed to be like a fitness girl, but absolutely hates fitness in reality. So it's kind of ironic. They did a big Christmas event, and her objective was to get as many Chipotle gift cards as possible. She eats Chipotle like every day. This is Leah, who has done some stuff with Mint. She is also a big Idol fan, and I think she's Latin American. And there's the crazy Leah, who up here. Yeah, it looks better. Look at that eye. Oh, hey there, Joey. Welcome in. I'm doing a report on all the stuff that I got from Holiday Matsuri and from Christmas. So I'm opening up some cards and showing off Oshi Push. If you want to know about any of the merch I saw, any of got, I did pick up a bunch of charms from Honkai Star Rail, from a few from Blue Archive, which I don't play, but they have adorable fox girls. I picked up a Guilty Gear charm for Jamkrata Berry. I picked up a Gigi Murring charm. I picked up Varessa from Genshin, and I picked up Bowsette, and a couple other stuff. Anyway, everybody say hi to Joey. I met them at a previous event. They were really fun. We hung out like all day after just meeting each other, and they've been super supportive. And it looks like they know some of the VTubers I know. So I'll pull up those. Do you know any of the other Phase Connect girls, Joey? Here's some Pippa, Irie, and more Uruka. Did I show the rest of the mech? Do you mean the rest of the merch? Yes, I did. So I will publish the VOD, and if you want to see the rest of the merch that way, you can. Yes, merch. Okay. I will publish the VOD, and I will message you to make sure you get it so you can see the rest of the merch. So, Uruka, Chisaka Irie, but in a hard to see picture right there, and Pippa. All of this, I think, is from, okay, all of this, I think, is from, like, their Gen 1, whereas my favorites from Phase Connect are gonna be more like a little bit of Irie, a lot of Oshina is like, so my favorite is Hina, Hikanori Hina, who has been on hiatus for like forever. Next to her, I love Sheena, and she came in later. I love BB Biscuit recently, has been a lot of fun. I haven't watched her much, but her Twitter is wild. I don't want to watch some of BB Biscuit and Wilhelmina. Probably a couple of older ones as well. Chisaka Irie. Oh, and Himamiya Rie at some events is hilarious. And I definitely have a lot of people online who love Leah, Pipkin Pippa, and Lumi. A lot of people love Lumi. Some Christmas event, Halloween special. There, that one says Ara Ara on it. Oh, here, let me bring it up. Yeah, Ara Ara. So these cards are all from the starter deck. If you just get the starter deck, you'll get these. I also got, which I'm going to open up in a second, and this is the Tenma starter deck, I think. Boops this fox snoot manually. She's got ranged attacks, people. She can boot me over the internet. Ah, there's Tenma. Buy out the artist alley. That's a picture of Sakana. Tenma character card. Sakana character card. Pippa full art character card. Uruka full art character card. No. Don't trust her, Joey. She says she is a dragon furry. She is every type of furry according to her whims. She will change on you instantly. Tenma is violence incarnate. I absolutely love when Tenma did like an interview or something with Coefficient. Coefficient being a fighting game streamer and who later got into VTuber stuff because he played anime fighting games, which is anime related, as is VTubers are anime related. I mean, I say don't trust her, but I trust her so much. Like, who else do I let bite my tail? Every single stream. And I ask her to. No. It is very hard to be rude to Sakana. He deserves everything he gets. I mean, he seems like an actual great guy. So, 2 con special cards in the pack I got. Holographic versions of the... You were just indecisive beforehand? So out of this con exclusive box, I got 2 character cards. Holographic for Tenma and Pipkin. The default deck boxes you get. But still rawr. Very welcome, Dragon Mystery. Let's see what I get in some of these packs. NASA. Character card. Ability. So that's Utene Nasa. Don't know much about her, but get a bunch of cards just for her. And I think a lot of these cards you can play with other characters if they have the right symbols. Oh, and okay. So that was a pack, which is specific for Utene Nasa. You taste. Wait, are you saying that I taste like I had lots of yummy sweets, or is that to Sakana? I honestly, well, I had some snickerdoodle coffee on the way back home. These look pretty similar. So maybe I got some duplicates because I got duplicate packs. I don't know how that works out. You, okay. Well, you say I taste nice. I guess the biting will continue. You taste candy and soda. I doubt that, actually. I was just drinking this with dinner. It's very low sugar soda. And it has probiotics, so it's more healthy. Oh, look at this. The entire pack. All of those same cards. All holographic. Nice. I will sleeve these later. Unless someone spilled some on my tail by mistake, thus soaking the flavor into my tail, enhancing its flavor, and then I shampoo it out with candy flavored shampoo. I probably shouldn't do that. Might get bitten more. All right. These packs are for Leah. So some of these I recognize. This one here looks new. This one here looks new. Character card. And then the Edgelord and Internet Historian. We did not have. Honestly, this one right here looks fantastic. Feet. A holy deep dive. Wow. Is that what you want to see as you recognize Leah, Joey? Pets my tail. You got the precious. You got the precious. Yeah, I guess you can claim ownership of it now after you've bitten it so many times. Once you lick it, nobody else can claim it, right? Not even me, even. More Leah. Alright. All those are the same, I think. just get some duplicates. Maybe it was not worth it getting all of them, but hey, it gets me the holographic versions of all of them, maybe? Yeah. So it looks like by getting this pack, I got holographic versions of everything. So I'll just move on to the holographic versions then. And here, let's put these in the box. So easier to store them. That sounds like a relationship thing. Oh no, what have I gotten myself into? Maybe you'll just have to keep coming back to my streams then, huh, Dragon Mystery? Especially not intentionally. Haha. And this will be the holographic one. I'll show these a bit better. Con exclusive. Character card. Japanese lesson. Akushika Iori. Perfect disguise. Batsu bracket. She's got this maid outfit. She's got kind of this butler maid outfit. I guess butler. Cute design. Don't know her that well. I think she's a dragon. Japanese lesson down there. You don't claim my tail, it's just cozy. So what would you say if somebody else started comfying up in my tail, getting a little too personal, taking a friendly bite? And now we're on to Uruka packs. Sadly, you must take your leave for work calls. Well, thanks for coming in, Blood Archer. Thanks for joining us for the stream. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for actually enjoying me talking about Guilty Gear and having fun with the other stuff. I guess go to work, you workaholic. Haha. Bridget forever. I will definitely make sure to tell Tail Splash that if they haven't heard it already. Explodes into confetti. Let's be friends unless it's a bug. You mean with the other person coming to claim my tail? Okay, okay. All right, here is the holographic Uruka. Con exclusive 2025. That's Uruka. That is a discard ability. What does it say? Urufu. I don't understand that. Again, I'll need to look up what these cards mean because I don't know the lore well enough. The cringe song. That's great. Original song. Maybe she does a lot of singing. I wouldn't be surprised though. I know a lot of them do. You don't trust bugs. They bug people. We did see two bug VTubers at Holiday Matsuri. So let me see. Barry is a ladybug VTuber, and Matara Khan is a cockroach VTuber. Matara especially is super popular. Amazing models, excellent yapper, one of the best. If Matara comes in, she is probably not bugging people, but maybe she is. If Matara comes in, Matara, I don't know if she bites. Yeah, the biting could be a problem. I agree. She definitely looks like she bites, but I don't think that she does. So that was, oh, this one down here, diss track. So I'll put away the Uruka cards and then move on to Shisui Michiro, the last one. I guess you bite Dragon Mystery, but only gently. What if they're gentle with their bites as well? All right. Later, Joey. Thank you very much for joining in. Yeah, I'm almost done, actually. We'll see if I want to talk about any more stuff or family stuff. We did watch, let me see, some more Stories of Christmas. We watched It's a Wonderful Life. Dad and I are probably not watching that again. We saw, let me see. I thought it was gonna be more about like the retrospective, like seeing his life after he was like gone or everybody forgot about him. No, most of the movie, like 80% of the movie. Yeah, I think cuz like I think the rappers recently did it. Like Drake and some other guy went back and forth a couple songs, and I heard like Drake got owned or something with poor disses. Level 2 Naked Club. Okay. Gaming Marathon. Big head moment. Okay, and Eminem did one for someone else. Makes sense. I don't know how serious Uruka gets with their conflict. Also, Uruka's like picture on Twitter looks super goofy. So it's hard to take her seriously when I'm looking at that picture. Oh yeah, yeah. You like the witch girl? Oh, speaking of witches, let me show you the most adorable VTuber. I know. A witch. You're a witch. Here, I'm gonna move the hand cam stuff out of the way. All right, use that as the background for the moment. You're a witch too, not a sandwich. You found out my secrets. Puns. I'm just using Wuthering Waves as a background right now. Let me show you Rocky Kazuki. All right. There. Look at that witch. Raccoon witch. There she is. There she is. Anyway, she is adorable. I'm a big fan now. Also, here I am meeting with her. That's not really in her witch's outfit, but she's still a witch. Super cute. She's got the most adorable face with the little whiskers and that mouth on her. There you go, another witch for you. So let me see. Other Christmas stories that I wanted to tell. Oh, Mom and I were playing board games a lot. Oh, okay. Bye-bye, Dragon Mystery. I'll finish up this story, and then I'll probably shut down stream. Sorry to hear you have a headache. I hope you feel better. Thank you for staying for so long. You've been great. You've been great. So Mom and I usually play board games when I go back home. I like playing board games a lot, and I told Mom, hey, my love language, how does... Let me show you my bag, by the way, Dragon Mystery, 1 second before you go. So, this thing is covered in charms. Yes, it's a messenger bag. Somebody remarked to me at the event that this bag was so valuable, and I was like, because I have so many charms on it, and they were like, no, that particular derpy bag is in incredibly high demand. I had no idea. It makes sense. Yes, silly and cute. I love it. And derpy makes sense to have on a messenger mill bag because she was a messenger pony in like the fan lore. Super cute. I have a ton of charms on here from fighting games and anime and other stuff, Toho, and I just added a bunch more at this convention. I'll put it back now. You can go, you can go. Thank you for staying. All right, to get to that last bit of story, Mom and I were playing board games, and we were playing My Little Scythe, which we play a lot, and I usually win. I don't usually win every one of these games, and they were all pretty close. I gave Mom one of the abilities to try out, which I had tried out beforehand and was super good. And truth to tell, she was leading strong most of the game. I was doing my best to keep up. I pulled Jelly of Me to have a nice messenger bag. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating. It is definitely a heavy messenger bag to carry around, heavier than normal. But I love it so much, and I love it when people come up and want to just look through all the charms and see all the stuff I have. It's so cool. So Mom was leading the whole game, and Mom won a few of the games in general. Like, she won as many as I did. Mom's pretty good after I've taught her over the last 2 years or so how to play these games. And she was gonna win this one. She had gotten all the trophies, so I had one turn to catch up. I only needed one more trophy, but my options were take a risk and get one more point of affection on a very risky roll, or I could get 3 pies and I would not make enough for a trophy that way, but I'd get closer. Or I just figured out, oh, I bet I could win a pie fight. I look at my hand of cards to use in a pie fight, and while I have one more pie than her on the board, all of my cards in hand are super weak. She's got to have better than I do to just destroy me in a pie fight. So I do the best I can, and I go and initiate the pie fight. and I use one of my really weak cards, but I have 3 of them, and I bluff. I lose intentionally. I don't use any of my pies on the board, and she uses all of her pies on the board. And then I initiate a second pie fight somewhere else, and now that she's wasted all of her pies, she can't do anything. I win through trickery. She deserved that win, but I was able to catch up and beat her and show her a new trick that she can use in the future. Then she won King's Forge the next day, the first game. I won the second game. I won Pandante. We played that. And Trash Pandas. But she won Spooktacular. And so it was back and forth every day. Anyway, I think I'm going to close up the stream and do a raid. Thank you everyone for staying around who could. I know several of you had to leave. But thank you so much for everyone who joined in and watched me open up packs and watched me check out all of the cool stuff that I got from conventions and Christmas. Ooh, Dandelion's on. Echo's on. Oh, I should rate her. Or a Danky Neck. Okay, I was right. So, Nora Leeds is the affiliate VTuber for Neko Alley Anime, which I saw at the Holiday Matsuri. I was not able to see her. I saw Yanko Panko Tenko and Paranorma and Sayu there, but I was busy when her turn was up. So I'm going to rate her now.